What is up, guys? It's your boy Greninjas giving you UBC Season 6, Week number 3. We're going to be going against a good buddy of ours, the Great Lake Greninjas, aka Jonathan Isotone. It's probably said it wrong. So this is the week we got to bounce back from the horrible 6-0 we took from a good buddy Brent. But this week, we're going against his pretty cool looking team. What he's going to be rocking is the Persephone, the Mega Venusaur, the Umbreon, the Komodo, Starmie, Blissey, Electros, Granbull, Lycanroc, Dustform, Acelgor, Steelix, and Articuno. As his Lycanroc Dustform is Z-move, which honestly I'm not really scared of Lycanroc. Honestly, I think it's the least scariest mon. I'm more concerned with Dragon as Komodo or any setup variants with Komodo because of the coverage you can get and what can potential. We can't cover for every single variant of Komodo, and recently it got buffed this generation with some new moves such as Gunshot and Drain Punch, so he honestly can run pretty much a lot of good Komodo set to deal with our team because our team. And after this week, this is, like I said again, this is going to be after this week we can now use Moltres and Rotom Frost, which is 2 mana trade for Dancy and Houndoom. We're not going to be using it this week. Mimikyu, this is a very heavy Mimikyu matchup because only 2 mods, or actually better yet, the only 2 mods that can stop it is Mega Venusaur and Steelix. Granbull, you could easily say maybe Granbull as a champion can intimidate, but over time, Granbull is going to get wound down. That's pretty much his only answer for Mimikyu, really. If he doesn't bring at least like both of them together, then Mimikyu can actually go for this team. Because after that, he doesn't really have a solid ghost resist. And even if, say, you have Umbreon, like, play up will just decimate it at +2, depending on what kind of bulk he's running. It's just his team looks very Mimikyu weak. And that's exactly what we're bringing. Like, that's the first thing we're bringing, is Mimikyu. And we're bringing Lumberry because if you can look at his team, he has a lot of mods that can run Toxic, T-Wave, like I think like 1, 2, and then he has Skull User. He has a lot of ways to just poison Mimikyu without damaging yourself, and that will honestly literally wear us down. I was considering bringing a Life Form set, but seeing how if he gets rocks up and a poison, he can just wear it down, and we don't have any good recovery. We're not gonna run like Leash Life just to give recovery. Like overall, we just gotta keep bringing it at the correct switch, and it honestly could just either sweep or just completely decimate every other team. But we do have to weaken the Steelix in order for it to do that. We can't just go hard to it. So the second one, we are running Curse Slash again, which this is probably gonna be the last week. But Curse Slash has just been so freaking good. Like I don't know, it has so many good matchups because having Big Fat and Curse is pretty good, and being bulky is too. But this time we are mixing it up a little bit. Instead of running the bias that try to paralyze, we're going to be running Frustration, Curse, Rest, and Earthquake. Earthquake is there for specifically to do a little more better damage on the Steelix. Since Steelix is literally the solid way that can deal with it. It also allows us not to get completely like walled by Persephone. Even though Persephone can't do nothing back to us, we can still do some things back to it. It allows us to get some free damage on this thing, and it just basically just do good chip damage because Earthquake is just a pretty solid move. Like his only ground resist is really the Electrox and Articuno, but we can easily pressure it with Curse Slash after rocks, so it's still pretty good with Frustration. Just playing a little bit offensive instead of just Rest, Sleep, Talk. We do have Rest because just to heal up. But the downfall of this is we're not going to be able to like Sleep Talk, which we're not going to be relying on Sleep Talk this set. So Earthquake is it's just there for tech purposes, really. Just for those 2 bonds, just to do more damage and just so we get some on the switch. So next up, we are bringing the same Gliscor. I hope I did put Toxicroak. I don't know why it has Hypercutter, but I have to rewatch the match. Hopefully I did. I don't remember the match too well. Cause I watched it to play earlier, but then after that, I just school been busy, so I haven't rewatched it. So this is supposed to be Toxic Heal. Hopefully, I did put it. Otherwise, I will face palm. But we are running Stuff Frost, Roost, Defog, and Earthquake. Basically, the standard physical bulk set. This is honestly a good record because it allows us to get rocks pretty much on any other mod, even the Venusaur, because there may be a chance the Venusaur will run HP Fire. just for the Katana, because Katana is much scarier, but we'll see what happens. We set it up on a pretty good amount of mods, even on the Lycanroc Dust one, because Lycanroc Dust doesn't really have a lot of tools to deal with it. Even with the SD, I think we should be able to take it very well. But yeah, this is basically just a standard defensive set with Toxic Gold, just to get rocks up, because rocks is going to be the key to the game. We're bringing Dark MZ SD Katana this time with Night Slash, because this makes our dark stab much more stronger. Because I was more concerned with Venusaur. I don't think Granbull is we really need to bring Steel, like Steel Strike for Articuno, because I think after +1 or +3 we'll be able to break through them. Even at -2, +2 will be enough to break through them. The only thing that can really outspeed is potential Selgor if he does bring it, and the potential Squat Pacifica. I think Pacifica just naturally outspeeds. I think those are the only two mods that really outspeed, and I think Duskboy can also outspeed and kill Inspire Fang. Those are the only two mods I can really see. And oh yeah, even Stormy. I forgot Stormy outspeed. Yeah, he does have ways to revenge kill, but most of them don't really have the stat, but a lot of them do. So I'm probably going to see Squat Pacifica. Like, I don't see why not. Like, it's not a bad option, but he may bring something else because Snorlax is there. But overall, Dark MZ specifically to hit his Steel type, because after Umbreon, Komodo, and there was one more, and Granbull dies, his team is pretty Dark weak. Like, very, very Dark weak. Like, those are the only three that can stop Dark types, and we don't really have a lot of huge Dark type abusers, so that's perfectly fine. I'm pretty sure I do, but we'll go back to it a little bit. We have more Ghost and Dark. So we're bringing Speciality again because I didn't want to bring any more setup bombs. Like, I already have too many. I only have like 3 of them, so I think that's good enough already. Speciality is nice because we can use Spec Scald, even though it's resisted by Mega Venusaur. Getting those chip damage is pretty good because it allows us to wear them down. He does have clear support, which the 2 clear support I see, actually 3 of them, if I say it correctly. Granbull, Blissey, and Umbreon, which is the only Heal Bell supporters. So if we can constantly pressure them to waste Heal Bell, we can literally pressure them. As long as we got Rush and then we can bone the Venusaur, we're going to constantly get some really good chip damage on him, making it easier for us to sweep with Mimikyu and Katana. And then our final member, which is pretty interesting, we are running is more of a offensive variant of Iron Plume instead of defensive, since we were running for the past 2 weeks. HP 5 was there to easily 1v1 the Steelers much more better, since Heavy Slime actually does pretty good decent amount of damage if he does show to run like a Spadep build. I was considering running Moonblast because I have a feeling that Komodo may be the switch for the Iron Plume. Moonblast actually is a 2-hit KO on Komodo, and we can actually take a hit at +1 of if it's the physical variant. But this is supposed to be a more an offensive build. This is purely an offensive variant of Vine Blue, because offensive Vine Blue is pretty good to take out a couple of good decent bots. However, we don't have the bulk, so we are going to get like stomped by Stormy and Articuno. So those are the 2 bots that will completely stop us, and potentially like any special variant or the coverage Komodo, because if say he was like Fire Punch for some reason, we're not running defensively investment, we're running 52 speed to make sure we outspeed some of the very slower walls. But overall, this is something that I needed another offensive special attacker, and I feel Vileplume fits the case because Gliscor and Snorlax pretty much cover it. So going into the match, pretty much he brought everything, well, almost everything. He did bring Steelix, which I thought that was pretty interesting, but I guess I understand why, because there were too many mons that could actually take out Steelix. But not having Steelix makes it extremely difficult for him to actually play around against Mimikyu, because now it's only switching his Venusaur, and all we have to do is figure out what set of Venusaur he's running, and we can plan how we can take him on. Everything else looks pretty hyper offensive, despite the Venusaur being defensive. His only rocker is the Lycanroc, which he is going to definitely boss this game to pressure some of the other mods. But you'll see that he actually leads off with his Lycanroc, which is good for me because I actually can do anything I want. So I decided to go out the Gliscor as he makes a good double switch into Venusaur because he wants to predict. So here I went for the rocks, and he does go for the HP Ice, which did like exactly 81% damage. So I knew for a fact, judging on that damage, this is offensive Venusaur. it did way too much of this score. So I knew this was a more of an offensive variant because of the damage of HPIs, because defensive will probably done like either 50 or I say 40 or 50. This did straight up 80, so he's definitely a more modest with mixed bulk. Because I figured out he mixed bulk later in the match by a little bit by the Mimikyu damage. So, oh yeah, so I'm not toxic though. That's another flight flag. So I go out the Vine Plume as he did a good prediction to go out into thinking I was gonna lose. But I decided I'm gonna click the Sunbot to see, and I did over like 30%. So that kind of confirms he is not really he's not Spadef, because I'm pretty sure he would take a less. But he does continue to go for the HP Vine as I really like this turn. So I decided to go out into my Snorlax here, as he makes a good double switch out into his Lycanroc, which was a pretty cool play. So I decided to go for the Earthquake because I have a feel I knew for the start of the match the way you lead, this was Suicide lead Lycanroc, because this is his only rock in the team. So I decided to go for the Earthquake just to see if I could kill, and I gladly get rid of his thing. So getting rid of Lycanroc does mean he's not going to be able to get rocks up the game, meaning that he won't get any damage on pretty much anyone on my team. And we basically have a good start to the advantage, but he did taunt us. So we're going to have to switch out this turn, as the Venusaur does go for the HP Fire again on the switch. So I decided to go out into my stay in and heal up with Moonlight just to get some more health to keep on being healthy alive. And I decided I'm going to make the switch out to Venusaur because Venusaur can pretty much take everything he has. As he revealed the Synthesis, which is good, and then he revealed that he's tossing, which just comes to a good point later on. Because he revealed his entire moveset is Giga Drain, HP Fire, Synthesis, and Toxic. I don't know why he has this on an offensive Venusaur. But this is good for me because that lets me know that he doesn't really have any. I could honestly set up with Mimikyu and get the +4 and actually just decimate his team. It's just a matter of, can I get that switch in so I can start damaging his team and getting Venusaur low enough. So probably fine. Go for the Curse Slash. I did try to see how much damage he did. It did Giga Drain damage. It did exactly like 36%, so he definitely has more physical investment, or I'm just that weak of Snorlax. But I'm pretty sure that's his B. So I decided to go for the rest, as that's pretty much, there's nothing he really could do, as he does get a free switch to Komodo, which is pretty bad. So I decided to sack my Gliscor as he go for the shot call predicting the read. So heal was 50% because again I don't have no idea what his Komodo set is. I have no idea if he's Scarf. I don't know if he's like banding or something. So if he just breaks the skies, then it kind of will hurt me because I do need the skies to tap, because I still need to check the Pacificlon. And so I decided to risk it and click the SD as he makes the switch out into Venusaur. And see that he does have Toxic, I decided to go for the damage, and because I stayed in with the SD again, so I can get enough to actually start doing 2 KO damage. Since he is offensive Venusaur, this would do like about 50 to 60% damage, meaning that 2 Shadow Falls in this range will kill. And the reason why I was kind of worried about Elec again, because I'm running Animate and a Jolly Komodo actually outspeeds Mimikyu at a good amount of speed. So that would kind of make me panicky. I was thinking it would originally play well, but I'm glad I SD'd, because I knew for a fact that if he tosses it, he's going to toss this turn, and he does have no way of like really killing Mimikyu. So that's pretty much it. Like after that, it's just, that's game. Because at this point, nothing can stop Mimikyu. He does want the Cash Berry just so he can live ahead and kill it, but it doesn't really matter. I'm at +4. Shadow Seeker's base is just going to kill him, and they got the rocks. And that's pretty much a complete final sweep. So, like I said earlier, Mimikyu matchup was really, really good. If he would have brought Steelers, it would have been much more like difficult to set up with Mimikyu. But because he didn't really have nothing that stops like Fairy Stab really, and his Ghost Squishing is non-existent, it was basically just a matter of just when would Mimikyu going to come in and when I can start setting up. It kind of sucks because I really wanted to use my Katana and finally use Z Katana, but it ended up being, it's still good. I'm still happy with it. I play a lot better. I feel like I play a lot better since last game. I was more prepared, and then I planned with the correct timing with good tech. So next week we're going against is the Bagon, which is one of the new players, which goes by Ice Navigator. So we don't know how he plays. I'm pretty excited for week 4 because I think that's gonna be a pretty fun match too. He has a pretty cool looking team, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys check out everyone else's perspective. Make sure you check out his perspective too. And that's pretty much it. See ya.